We got a 2010 Titan here, and went to undo my tailgate the other day, and the tailgate assist seems to be busted. And if you look down in there, between where the hinge is, you can see it's kind of mangled. But it's a 2010 tailgate assist, broken, and we're gonna tear it out and put a new one in. Down there's where you see the hinge button broken. I think parts total were about $34 on it. That'd be the passenger side tailgate assist hinge. To get the hinge cables off, we want to pry these out so we can get to them, get them off there. You can bend them out and around that bolt there, but it's easier just to take the thing off. That way you can get your cables off. Clips. My buddy the turkey. And that is the busted end for the assist hinge. I'm not sure why they just don't sell this part. They sell the complete hinge assembly. I don't know if it's modified, changed, what have you, but we could probably get away with just, putting this piece on and calling it good. But I'm gonna replace everything like I bought it. Might as well put it in there. These are the three parts they sold me. A Shim, part number 93454-ZH00B. It's like a little plastic shim to go in the end of the hinge. There's the other part they sold me. This is the two pre-Loctited bolts, which I'm sure we probably don't need, but there's plenty of Loctite. And here's the actual hinge. All I need is the little cap that was busted off the end there. But we'll take them out of the package and see what we got. Here's what our parts consist of. Looks like a whole hinge assembly, and this is you figured it'd be steel, but it's plastic. And I put about 6,000 pounds of wood, in the back of this thing, and probably 12 foot of it was hanging over the tailgate, and I knew better than to do it, but when you got to get stuff home, you got to do what you got to do. So we're going to pull these two T50, looks like, bolts out and see where we stand there. And hope you guys can see this. There's my friendly turkey visitor down there. Got 250 Torx. And see if we can't get those loosened up. I know. I don't know if you can see any better or not, but yeah. Wow, those are in there. So, get a hammer, give them a few whacks with a hammer, and I just don't want to strip them. That'd suck. And we were not successful. Well, I may have to go get the big tools out. Try to tighten it before we loosen it. See if that does any good. Oh, come on. Oh. Looks like I've officially mangled it a little bit. Maybe that's why I got the new screws. To grind down the end of my T50 Torx, we're going to take the impact. See if we can't loosen this thing up. Okay, wasn't too bad. Put a ratchet on here and see if we can't get these boogers out. Now let's see what we got behind this thing. I've never had one of these apart, never even cared to, but broke had 30 days out of warranty. 2010. What do we got inside of here? All kinds of good stuff, I'm sure. Oh yeah, that'd be a good time to get to. How the hell you get to that? Well, I seem to get it from underneath. Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, evidently, there's some kind of ball that fits onto that end, and you got to get it from underneath. So I'm going to climb underneath and see if I can get you a better look at it, at least. I assume that's the shock assembly. See if we can't pop that off there. Underneath this thing and see if you can't see this. This is the same kind of clip they put on like a hatchback assist, but I can't get you a better picture. That wasn't a better picture. It's just a little metal clip on the back of a rod where the ball fits in. So you have to pry the metal clip loose to release the ball from the hinge. And the hinge just, the ball pops right out of it. But not too bad to get to. Once you get your clip pop back and your ball loose of the end of this hinge, I'm going to pull him out. And it looks the same. Hopefully everything matches back up, but I'm going to bolt this other one back in and get the ball put back on, the clip locked back on around the ball, and get this thing put back together. Line this up just like the other one. All the paint marks. Looks like that's about where it belongs. Seems to float around in there. Fasteners aren't fixed in one spot, so I assume you can realign your tailgate. Tighten them up. Put the big wrench on. Gotta lug them down. They were pretty tight when I took them off. Okay, I'm going to climb underneath and put the ball back on, drop the clip back on around the ball, and we're going to put this bad dog back together. Okay, there's my screwdriver on the ball, or on the clip around the ball. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. We need to push you onto the ball, pull that clip out. There's no real good way to see under here. Clip is not quite seated, so we're going to push him on there all the way with a screwdriver. So this is the shim, and it fits inside the tailgate where the assist shock mounts. Fits inside the end of the tailgate. Let's see if we can't dig that out of there. I don't know if we need that, but for a couple bucks, I don't know. It's what they gave me, it's what I'm putting back in. If I can get it out. Well, I probably better use two hands, so I will pry this out of here with a screwdriver and put the new one in. We're going to put this tailgate back on. Before we put this back together, I'm going to cover these up. Screws with factory black. Just so it doesn't look quite so obvious. Never was good at art. but that'll keep it from rusting. Well, if it wasn't 20 degrees outside, it'd probably look a little better, but you get the gist of it. And because that hinge broke on the driver's side, it scratched up the paint a little, so I'm going to fix that while we're at it. A little better. And a little spot down here. And we're going to put the tailgate back on. Cable's up. Drop it. Hopefully it won't hit the ground too hard. Cable's up. Side hinge has to be straight up and down. Get the tailgate on. And driver's side needs to be, I don't know, 70 degrees. Bend it down a little. Lock him back on. Look at that. Back to original. Well, appreciate you watching. If you got any questions, comments, just give me a shout. I'll get back with you. Last thing we need to do to finish this up is put these clips back on. Good enough. Nice.